Welcome aboard USS Indianapolis, fourth of its namesake. We have a long history. We have an amazing crew. I'm QMC Dantone, and I'm going to be leading you on this tour today. Welcome to the Waterborne Mission Zone, or the WMZ. This is where we launch an 11-meter small boat out of the back of the ship. The back door will open, the ramp will go down, and then we'll launch the rib. We can use those for VBSS teams, for counter-drug operations or pirate operations throughout the world. Right behind me we have a picture of the beautiful city, Indianapolis, and then we have a main motto of the Navy that says, "Never give up your ship." This is the mess deck. This is where the enlisted crew eats. There's approximately 50 people that eat on the mess decks.
Welcome to Mission Control Center. I'm Chief Operations Specialist Dave Simmons. I'm originally from Canton, Georgia, and I'm going to give you a little bit about what we do here inside MCC. Normally we send a 3-personnel watch in here. We have our Tactical Actions Officer, which has the weapons release authority on board the ship. We have our ForceNet Supervisor, who's in control of the air tracks, as well as making sure that we can send tactical information off board ship. We also have our Defensive Systems Operator, also known as the DSO, that's in charge of our CRAM, as well as our ALEC system, which is our chap that we have on board. The consoles that you will see behind me, the 4 consoles, are reserved for our mission package. So we have a mine mission package that we're slated to have, and when we have those up and running, we'll be operating various missions from the consoles that you see behind me. There's also 2 more consoles that we have in here on the side that's reserved for our Fire Scout. So we'll have people that are pilots being able to take care of the mission from these consoles over here. Lastly, the last console that we have is the Mark 110 directly behind me. The Mark 110 is you control the 57mm that we have on the top of our ship. We also have the ability to control optical sight from there and VID contacts as we're going about.
Good morning, I'm GM1 Stabenow. Behind me is the Mark 110 Bofors 57mm gun, LCS 17 ship main battery. It is a 57mm naval weapon system designed for surface and air combat. Shoots 220 rounds a minute, magazine capacity of 120 rounds, fires approximately out to 18,000 yards. We use the weapon for surface defense, air defense as a backup to CRAM, offensive measures and defensive measures for the ship. Each round comes out of the barrel at approximately 3,000 rounds per second, and the projectiles themselves are about 5 pounds, and each one holds 2,400 tungsten pellets. So inside here behind me is the weapon system itself. I'll show you one of the rounds. This is what the 57mm rounds look like. It's fixed gun ammunition, projectile on the front, and the casing itself on the back. The weapon system has 3 magazine setups. You have the gun magazines that hold 20 rounds apiece, the cassettes that hold 20 rounds apiece, and then the intermediate mags below. And the weapon system gets all the rounds. They're feeded from below inside the magazine up the round hoist, rammed into the cassettes, and the weapon system loads from 77 degrees of elevation, loads, comes back down on target, and proceeds on bearing assigned to you.
Welcome to the greatest pilot house in the fleet. We have 3 watchstanders on the bridge. We have the RCO. The RCO is in charge of the main propulsion system and the auxiliary system. The ship has over 100,000 horsepower and we can go 40 plus knots. So the RCO has a lot of responsibilities compared to other warships. Other warships also have about 11 watchstanders that are in the pilot house. We only have 3. So So in the front left seat, we have the junior officer of the deck. The junior officer of the deck is the forceful backup for the OOD. They use the voyage management system, which is electronic charting system, and they also use the cameras, which we have over 80 of them, in all the spaces on board the ship. On the right seat, we have the officer of the deck. The officer of the deck is in charge of driving the ship. And they relay all reports to the commanding officer so the commanding officer can get some sleep. We're a lot different than legacy ships. We have steerable buckets and we have boost jets, so it's kind of like a jet ski. The ship reaches speeds of over 44 knots. We can do that for approximately 16 hours. We're the most maneuverable ship in the entire fleet. We can spin around in a circle from one pivot point, or we could drive around the buoy with our bow there. The ship does amazing things that no other ship in the Navy can do. Welcome to the flight deck. This is where we land both civilian and military aircraft. We can land the MH-60 on board. Their mission is for SAR. They can do counter-drug operations. They can do pirate operations. We can both launch Fire Scout, which is a drone. We can also launch fixed-wing drones from the flight deck and recover them. Thank you for taking this virtual tour on board USS Indianapolis, the greatest ship in the fleet.